This is it. The time has come. It's coming. You've been waiting for this moment your whole life. You've watched the movies. You know what happens next. The day we've been dreading has come. The largest potentially hazardous asteroid discovered in 8 years is on its way to Earth. But before you fill up and ready your bunkers, here are some things you need to know first. Asteroids. Asteroids have been the catalyst in a number of disaster films, but what exactly are they? Asteroids are small, rocky bodies that orbit the Sun. They're also known as minor planets, and they're the leftovers from the early stages of our solar system's formation, which took place roughly 4.6 billion years ago.
Did you know that a vast majority of asteroids in the solar system are found in Orion between Mars and Jupiter, called the asteroid belt?
Asteroids can be found in asteroid belts like the one between Jupiter and Mars, and they can sometimes be near the outer edge of our solar system. The number of reported asteroids has already passed 1 million. These space rocks are an incredibly beneficial source of volatile substances and an incredibly rich mineral resource that can be used for the exploration of our solar system. Some scientists even speculate that asteroids are the reason why there is water on Earth. There is one example of how asteroids can have a devastating impact that you're probably familiar with. Dinosaurs were made extinct when an asteroid hit Earth about 65 million years ago. Astronomers are always on the lookout for these new rocky bodies floating in the cosmos. We've known for a while that Earth has been in a rocky relationship with the asteroid belt, but now, all thanks to some new and improved twilight observations, astronomers have spotted 3 new asteroids hiding in the glare of the Sun. Researchers have reportedly found a mysterious trio of NEAs, or near-Earth asteroids, of which one could one day pose a threat to Earth, following a study that was published in the Astronomical Journal in September 2022. The first on the list is 2022 AP7. It is a 1.5-kilometer-wide asteroid with an orbit that may one day cross Earth's path. Scientists have been monitoring this asteroid for some time now, and so far its orbit is still safe for us here on Earth. But if it were to collide with us, it would cause catastrophic damage to our planet. To put it into perspective, an asteroid greater than 1 kilometer in diameter is possibly enough to cause the extinction of species and shake up civilization as we know it. Luckily, the other 2 asteroids, 2021 LJ4 and 2021 PH27, are not yet something to worry about. These 2 asteroids are in a much safer orbit. The fact that 2021 PH27 is the closest known asteroid to the Sun is of particular interest to astronomers and astrophysicists. This makes it the object in our solar system with the largest general relativity effects, and during its orbit, its surface becomes hot enough to melt lead. However, strong interactions between 2021 PH27 and Venus indicate that this asteroid will soon become a PHA, or potentially hazardous asteroid, for Venus. So far, we have found 2 large near-Earth asteroids that are about 1 kilometer across, a size that we call planet killers, Scott Shepard, the lead author of the research study, stated. Asteroids can be found by looking at the night sky. They shine just like stars do. When astronomers first discovered asteroids, they thought they were stars, but they soon realized that these objects moved across the sky too quickly for them to be fixed points in space. In fact, in 1801, the first and largest asteroid, Ceres, which orbited between Mars and Jupiter, was unintentionally found by Italian priest and astronomer Giuseppe Piazzi while drawing a star chart. Although, since 2006, Ceres has been considered a dwarf planet by scientists. The hunt is on. Astronomers found it particularly difficult to locate the 3 asteroids 2022 AP7, 2021 LJ4, and 2021 PH27 because of the Sun's brightness. These asteroids were found by taking advantage of the brief yet favorable observing conditions during twilight, a time when the sun is below the horizon but there's still enough light in the sky for astronomers to see. Only about 25 asteroids with orbits completely within Earth's orbit have been discovered to date because of the difficulty of observing near the glare of the sun, explained Shepard. Ground-based telescopes have difficulty seeing toward the inner solar system, and space-based optical and infrared observatories like NASA's Hubble and the James Webb Space Telescope are unable to do so. The sensitive equipment would be destroyed by the sun's powerful light and heat. As a result, both Hubble and JWST are always pointing away from the sun. In addition to having to deal with a background sky that is extremely bright due to the sun's glare, astronomers only have 2 10-minute windows each night to survey this region. Furthermore, because these observations are so close to the horizon, astronomers must look through a thick layer of Earth's atmosphere, which can complicate and sway their data. The DECAM. Fortunately for us Earthlings, we have some mighty powerful telescopes at our disposal. These NEAs were detected using the Dark Energy Camera, DECAM, which is mounted on the Victor M. Blanco 4-meter telescope at the Cerro Tololo Inter-American Observatory in Chile. DECAM is a program of the NSF's. It is essentially a super powerful camera that can see things even when there is not enough light available. The futuristic apparatus is one of the world's highest performance wide-field sensitive photon detectors, allowing astronomers to capture significant portions of the sky with exceptional sensitivity. If faint objects are observed, astronomers refer to the observation as deep. The ability to record both deep and wide-field data is essential while looking for asteroids inside Earth's orbit. Since inner asteroids are uncommon, it is necessary to observe large portions of the sky. Additionally, deep photos are needed since asteroids are faint, and you must deal with the sun's bright twilight sky as well as the distortion caused by the Earth's atmosphere. DECAM can cover large areas of sky to depths not achievable on similar telescopes, allowing us to go deeper, cover more sky, and probe the inner solar system in ways never done before, Shepard added. DECAM was initially invented to conduct the Dark Energy Survey, an astronomical survey aimed to study the properties of dark energy that was conducted by the DOE and the U.S. National Science Foundation between 2013 and 2019. Asteroids are the stuff of movies and nightmares. However, films like Armageddon may have overstated the risks. But if this NEA were to hit, the whole world would be in Armageddon. Perhaps we will soon be able to know how the dinosaurs felt. In an interview with The Guardian, Jay Tate, the director of the National Near-Earth Objects Information Center, said he was not worried about the 2022 AP7 and pointed out that the Earth was a very soft target. At the moment, anyway, the impact probability is fairly low. I wouldn't say negligible, but fairly low. It may sound like magic, but science is the magic at work. Scientists can now redirect the path of asteroids in order to avoid collision on Earth. NASA's DART mission, which was launched in November 2021, involved ramming a spacecraft into an asteroid in an effort to alter an asteroid's orbit. The goal of the mission was to test equipment that might one day be applied to deal with space rocks that could be dangerous to Earth. Researchers affirmed DART's success last September in 2022. Given the size of the asteroid, Tate said a technique like DART might not be appropriate for 2022 AP7, but other strategies might work. Multiple DART-like hits might be used to gradually change the asteroid's course. Zooming out from these space rocks, we are now left with the question, so what's the big deal with these rocky bodies floating in the universe? The study is significant because it reveals there are more NEAs out there than we previously believed. It will help us better understand how these tiny celestial bodies are distributed throughout our solar system. Since they are the simplest to find, asteroids that are further from the Sun tend to predominate current theoretical estimates of the asteroid population. The discovery of these objects also allows astronomers to better comprehend how asteroids move through the inner solar system and how the force of gravity and the Sun's heat can contribute to their disintegration. Once scientists have identified an asteroid, they can determine its orbit around the Sun and predict when it will come close enough to Earth for us to be concerned about it colliding with us or even just passing by. Asteroids are very important because they tell us about our solar system's history, how it formed, how long it existed before Earth formed, and how long after that Earth was formed. They also help us understand what happened during impacts with Earth's surface in its early days, and even provide clues about whether life could exist on other planets like ours. The next time you see an asteroid, remember that you're looking at a piece of history, a piece that may help us understand how our planet came to be. Hold your horses for now. Is Earth still perfectly safe or is it not? Let us know in the comments section.